What's up, everybody? I'm Nathan,
And this is P.
and this is Kitchen Talks, episode 7.
Seventh episode, man. This is
S-
awesome.
7th episode, man. Holy shit. We've been going strong. Um, fuck, man. It's been a up and down ride so far.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, we're at 7 subs. We'll gain a sub here and there, and then they'll unsubscribe just as fast. Fuck,
part of
it is what it is.
Yep.
We're growing.
That we are though. And our last vid had 12 views now.
12, it did it,
Yeah.
and that's without any promo.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing good there. Um, Shit, man, what's going on in the news? Tell me something.
The last thing was that the Supreme Court denied Republicans in Pennsylvania to overturn election results.
I did. Yep, you were talking about that.
Uh,
Um, that's big.
yeah.
That's absolutely huge.
But besides that, I haven't seen anything new really.
Yeah, it's that's big. You said Trump told Amy Comey Barrett that she was history.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
Jeez.
savage. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy to me. Um, yeah, Giuliani has. We talked about Giuliani last episode. He's got COVID.
He's got COVID, and I wonder how that's impacting all their legal battles. Because if he's got COVID, if he's trying
He's,
to do legal fights while having COVID,
there,
that's
there's
just
no
ridiculous.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. Um, yeah, the news has been pretty bland lately.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't been anything too significant. You got Cyberpunk today, didn't you?
I did. Looks like it's going to be a pretty hefty download.
Yeah, got Cyberpunk. That's a new game that just came out.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping
What's
it's fun.
what's the basis for that game?
Oh, it's an open world game. It's made by CD Project Red, which made The Witcher,
Ah,
which was a pretty popular game. So figured I'd pick it up and see what it's all about.
yeah. It's based in like 2077, right?
Yeah, it's in the future, and
Futuristic game.
it's
I might have to get my hands on that, man.
yeah, man. I mean, it seems like it's like it'll be pretty fun.
You're gonna have to tell me what it's like. I might have to get my hands on it. But
Oh, for sure.
um, and I've got a breast lump.
You got
Um,
breast lump?
a breast lump. You know the lump on my
Oh, I thought
nipple.
you said breath
Oh,
slump.
yeah. I went to the doctor. I've had a it's called a gynecomastia. And it's common in boys going through puberty where you develop some breast tissue under your nipple. It's like a hard little rubbery lump, and mine's not very visible, but it does protrude a little bit. But I'm 20, so because I got it in my 20s, which can happen. I did hit puberty late, and your hormones are going crazy until you're like 24, 25. So it's not uncommon. I mean, it could be no underlying cause, but I did have to get some blood work done. I'm waiting on those results. So hopefully by next episode next week, I will know if I will give you listeners the result. I'll tell you guys if I'm gonna live or not. No, I'm gonna live, but it's health is wealth. Take your health serious. I'm I'm pretty confident I'll be all right, but it's a wake up call that you just don't know. You just gotta take care of yourself
Yep.
and
It-
deal with things as they come. As a human, you're bound to have something happen every once in a while, so you just gotta take the stoic approach.
and ride the waves as they
Yeah, that's all you
come.
can do. That's absolutely all you can do. You can't go inside your body and change stuff. You can't. You gotta let it go and live.
Mm-hmm. Especially right now with all
Oh
the.
man. But that's just a side note. I'll be good. We'll have those be getting those results here in the next couple of days. So next episode I'll be able to tell you what if I'm gonna be around. No, I'll be around. It's funny. I'm just messing around, but yeah, that's that's what's going on in our personal lives. Preston got cyberpunk and P got cyberpunk and I got some problems.
We're gonna make sure those problems go away
Oh
for
hell yeah.
sure.
Oh hell yeah. It's for sure. Um man, it's crazy. It's crazy what can go on with your body, you know? But
Yeah, and it's interesting how each person's unique
mhm.
and what underlying health problems they deal with later in life or early in life.
Yep. Everyone's genetics play a huge role.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got something. But shit, man. I I'm trying to think. I swear I Oh, we were talking about a few days ago how we wanted to go to the movies again. And um I'm transitioning topics here, but I am excited to be able to go to the movie theater again.
Me too. That's one thing I've missed ever since this pandemic started.
Yeah, the movie theater's nice. I enjoy a good movie, and I enjoy going to the movie theater, getting candy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And those Coca-Cola ices, those are fucking good. But
Those are best.
but yeah, so I'm definitely gonna go to the movie theater once pandemic slows.
Oh yeah, and hopefully by that time they'll also have some good movies out by then.
They should. There's probably a lot of movies that got stalled.
Oh yeah, like Jurassic Park.
Second one,
I think it's like the third one.
third already with Chris Pratt.
I think so.
Wow, damn. What else happened this week? Um, yeah, I quit rap again. Now I'm back to making music again. I keep going back and forth. So that's where me and Preston me and P were talking about passions. Man,
Yeah.
we're both we're both in the process of finding our passion. And that's going to be a big part of this episode is talking about it.
Yeah, man, where should we start? Because we talked about how hard it is to a find one that you can really
There's ju-
enjoy and stick to, right?
yeah, there's just so much you can do. And you
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you're really passionate about it or if you just like it or and if it is really a passion, it's hard to it's difficult to make it doing what you're doing right off the right off the bat. Takes sometimes 10 years, even longer.
Yeah,
It,
just to cultivate that skill.
yeah, and gain any kind of viewership on whatever you're doing or any kind of traction. And we've been angry
Mm-hmm.
looking for it. And with COVID, everyone's kind of having to take a look at what they're doing, and it's definitely, man, that's probably what's causing a lot of this fatigue and depression and shit lately for us, or just not. I wouldn't say depression full blown, but just being down.
Yeah,
This pandemic, man.
it really has because you're left to your own head
Yeah,
a good majority of the
yeah, it's never
day.
fun either.
Well, and just asking that question of what is my purpose or what is my passion, sitting there and thinking about it, it is almost I don't know if overwhelming is the right word for it, but just like you feel like it's on the tip of your tongue, but it's not right there in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think everyone to a certain degree could relate to it. I
Oh yeah.
mean, even the people who are doing what they love had to go through a time where they were trying to find it and probably doubted themselves more often than not too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just there's always is always a possibility you could be doing something against your nature or against what you should be doing, so to say. And there's always that possibility that you're doing the wrong thing. So there's that doubt. There's always a possibility you're not good at it, you think. And there's that doubt.
Well, I was just I was actually just watching a small clip from Gary V,
Yeah.
and he was talking to a college student that had was asking whether she should go to college or just pursue her passion in business, and he just said, you just don't know. We overanalyze um, the future basically, and
Hmm.
he said you just got to pick one and
Roll
roll
with
with
it.
it and see what happens.
Fuck. Yeah, but Jesus.
Yeah.
That's easy for Gary V to say.
Yeah, that becomes tricky
The man
when
already found his.
mhm. And it seems like a lot of those people have because he's been an entrepreneur since he was a teenager
Oh
basically,
God,
right?
selling baseball cards and shit. Yeah. All right. Thing about Gary V is he'll tell you, well, it didn't come easy to me. I grinded, and which is true, but it's easy. I don't think he'd be saying the things he says now when he was younger. The reason he's
Mm,
saying what he's saying now is because he already found what he's like. He already found his niche and he already found his place, and he's successful. That's the only reason he has a platform and then why
mhm.
he's saying these things. So it's easy for him to say. If he was our age, still grinding, he wouldn't be saying that kind of stuff. Just go for it. He'd be saying, well, grind your ass off. That's all he'd be saying.
If he was at that age that
If he
we
was
are
at
now.
our age, yeah, he wouldn't be saying this stuff. The only reason he has that platform is because he's successful and knows what he's doing, which is great. I'm just saying it's easy for those guys already there to say that to you. Say, just pick something and go.
Yeah, and I wonder if he had that mindset when
He
he
might
was
have. Yeah.
when he was first starting, where he.
He might
Uh,
have had that already. Yeah. Like, I'm just going to do this.
hmm
That'd be cool. Uh, That'd be really awesome. Yeah. He might have. I shouldn't be so quick to take him down.
Well, on the opposite end, he probably could have had not had that mindset. I wonder because that probably harpers back to what you just said was looking back at what he did. He probably would be saying that now because maybe he was in that same position, huh?
Uh huh.
Of not knowing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I've read a few books. I read Ask Gary V, which is basically a book with all it's questions people have asked him on YouTube on his YouTube. Um, he did like a series where people would send him in questions. So his book is all that stuff, all the questions piled together. And but yeah, from what I read, I'm a big Gary V fan, so I was just playing the devil's advocate and challenging him. But yeah, he just started out helping his dad and with wine and a wine store, and then he created a wine kind of YouTube. I think it's called Wine Library, like a podcast maybe or a YouTube channel, something like that. And then he branched out, and now he's got the Vayner Media and all that stuff. So it seems like he has multiple passions. And he has a Vayner Sports, a sports agency company as well, where he represents athletes. So really, he has a lot of passions, not just one.
Mhm.
But I'm sure what his advice is just, stick to or pick one, and then it'll take you places, and you can branch out, which is what he did.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I was actually thinking about was having multiple. Maybe that's part of a lot of people's problems and ours is that we're focusing just on one, maybe?
Yeah. It's kinda
It
like Mark Zuckerberg, man. Think
Mhm,
like, for example, I'm sure his passion was coding, or
mhm.
I don't think his passion was to create a social media page. It's probably just he used his passion of coding and knowledge of things of that sort to create that page, and now I wouldn't even say I don't even know if he's passionate about social media, you know?
Yeah,
I'd say he's more passionate about the connecting people and programming. So it leads to other things. Your passions can lead to other things. It's probably what Gary Vee was trying to say. Don't
yeah,
overthink it, just roll with something.
which is it's our, sensor, man, that keeps us back because we have this idea of what our future is going to look like, and
Yep,
we push any other possibility out.
absolutely. It's that's yeah, the sensor, like you said, sounds the alarm at you when you get out of your comfort zone. Tells you to step back.
Yeah, and that thing never stops either
No, it doesn't.
until you prove it wrong.
And that's one of those things where you wish evolution would have got rid of that.
Mhm,
But I guess you need it. You do need it for real threats. But I think because our lives are so easy now to a certain degrees, that sensor goes off the charts for no reason because it needs a use. So it takes our problems and makes it used to be like we were saying that one night we were talking was that used to be for saber-toothed tigers and
mhm,
shit that was gonna eat you. And now it's basically there to whatever problems are present in whatever generation. So now it's just like stupid shit, like anxious about going out of your comfort zone and chasing whatever you want to chase.
yeah,
That's so weird because we perceive it as a threat, people's judgment. That's what it really is the threat of people's judgment. Because now we're just social animals who live in society and we're not cavemen going with
mhm,
clubs and shit. Now we're actually in society, and that's how you survive is to be accepted by people. That's probably why. How you survive is to be accepted. That you don't want to be the outcast.
mhm,
So
'cause it
your
used
brain sounds the alarm when you think you're gonna be judged.
yeah, because it used to be the case, like, you got kicked out of the clan
Mhm.
if you weren't accepted.
Mhm.
You were left on your own.
And that's no good.
Mhm.
Then you're
That's
fucked.
so
Yeah,
we're
man. Some of this shit makes me really think that, like, religion, like God, all this stuff like this is what makes me think This is all just science.
Mhm.
This is nothing. There's no higher power. This kind of shit makes me into like an atheist when I hear about like evolution stuff. I'm like, damn, really? We're just evolved beings and everything's in our brain.
Mhm.
That really makes me think that sometimes when I hear about that, like stuff like that with the sensor and how it evolved, you're like, oh wow, maybe we don't really have a purpose here, you know? Maybe this is just some science, just like biology, you know?
Yeah.
You want to have a higher purpose, but it's interesting to think about. I definitely believe there's more to that than just that, but you never know. There is a lot of scientific evidence of just evolution. But then why would we have a unconscious and conscious mind and be able to think in the future and shit?
Yeah. That is the part that makes that, confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's really weird how we're pretty much the only species on the planet where our mind is dominated by past and future thoughts.
Yep. I'd say all animals are living in the present.
Uh-huh.
From what we know, I'd say I think animals live in the present. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after a lion makes a kill, they probably don't think about it afterwards.
No, it's all just instinct and intuition and present moment.
Mhm.
We think it. We don't know for sure though.
Mhm.
Hmm. It's very strange, man. It's very very strange. Greek
Yeah,
Greek mythology has always fascinated me.
me too.
Like all the gods that they have. Like back then, they used to think lightning was Zeus pissed off at you.
Yeah.
That's great. It's just funny how humans try to make sense of the how we used to try to make sense of the our surroundings like that. Like that's always interesting to me. How through time we've tried to make sense of everything by there has to be an explanation.
Mhm.
We don't
Yeah,
like the unknown.
we really don't.
It's Zeus pissed at you, or the Mayans used to. That's what they used to sacrifice and cut off heads every month or whatever, because the gods would get mad if you didn't kill someone and make a sacrifice. Shit like that. You're like, what the hell? People just want to feel like they're in control of their life.
What did they do when, like, they sacrificed somebody like that, and then this huge ass lightning storm came along, or some disastrous event?
Like, shit, we killed the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they used to like cut the heads off and like hold them up to the sky to show the gods, and yeah, it's like, god dang, shit, man. Steve Bannon said he wanted to do that.
Yeah, isn't he in kind of
Said he
that?
wanted Yeah, he's in that mindset. Let's behead Fauci and
Uh,
Jesus.
yeah.
Going back in time.
Well, that's our big problem, is that we keep going back in time
Mhm.
instead of
Yeah.
just moving forward.
It's weird how when you think about it, all human beings have the capacity for psychopathic behavior like that.
Mhm.
Beheaded like, dude, that's gathering in a crowd and watching someone get beheaded is psychopathic to me. Or
Mhm.
sociopathic, like, that's that but, like, when you're in a group and you're doing it for the right or for the right perceived cause, it becomes okay, you know? It's funny, all humans really have the potential to be evil,
Yeah.
no matter how good you think you are, and that's always fascinated me too, is, like like, let's say with lynchings of African Americans back in the '60s or '50s, um, like, that where, like, groups of white people would gather
Mhm.
and watch someone get lynched, you know? Like, and they're all smiling and shit. Like, it's just weird how it all of a sudden becomes not bad. Like, this is just the evil layer gets stripped away just because you're doing it in a crowd and for a reason. you think, if that made any sense.
No, yeah, it does. It's
Which is
the
weird.
well, that's the impact that society and cultural values can have on the mind. That
God.
when
Yeah.
people organize around ideas like that, well, and it was like just thinking the 16th and 14th century, it was the main punishment was cutting off somebody's head.
Yep. Guillotine. To the guillotine, sir. Yeah. Um, do you think, like the 40s and late 30s was like the industrial period for America,
Mhm.
or like post World War II, also around that time period? It's like the golden age,
Yeah.
correct? Or was that the 60s?
I think it was it was the 40s through the
Yeah, that was the
60s.
Industrial Revolution. Yeah, that was like America, which I wonder. I'm starting to think with social media and access, we see everyone living out their passions, and everyone. I'm starting to think this is damaging, dude. Speaking of passion again, is because you hear all these guys that you look up to on social media, like Gary Vee or just anyone, saying, chase your dreams, do this, don't do the 9 to 5, chase your dreams, chase." So then you start to like, I think it's causing some depression, anxiety because people are trying to find their passion like we are, and you get stressed out. And if you don't find something extravagant to do, you feel like a worthless piece of shit.
Yeah. I'm feeling
I'm
yeah.
noticing that.
Yeah, I think that's gonna become a bigger problem.
I
I
do
guess
too. We'll see higher suicide rates, man.
yeah, because people tend to focus on the lives that other people are living, and they're putting that same expectation on themselves when it's not, um well, it's not that it's not possible, but it's gonna happen over a long period of time unless you really s s get lucky with some point in time, and
Mhm,
then it just drives um, that sadness even further.
mhm. Yeah, not everyone's gonna be a star.
Mhm.
We gotta start putting emphasis on that. Like, okay, sorry, you can chase your dreams, but not everyone's gonna be Brad Pitt or Drake or Picasso. Like, whatever passion you chase, if it's creative, it can be anything else too. Like, not everyone's gonna be president, not everyone's gonna be CEO, not everyone can be. There's just 7 billion people. So,
Mhm.
I think everyone has this idea now in their head that they it's almost false hope. Like, I believe that you can do anything you put your mind to. I really do. But some people want it worse than others and will get it because they're so driven. And some people will think they're that way but won't get it because they're not working as hard as they should be. So it's like, it sets up a lot of expectation of a grand life of grandeur, and that's gonna be painful for a lot of people to realize, like, shit, maybe I can't be this. I mean, maybe I'm gonna have to. I can still be chasing my passion, but maybe I'm gonna have to settle for a smaller role
Mhm.
and still be happy. But I think this online culture is selling a false idea, narrative, and idea of what you can do. Because I'm seeing some of the musicians I follow or anyone, they're always saying, "See, I'm living proof you can do anything you put your mind to." Okay, well, Mr. Don't give Mr. Tom, Pat, whatever. I'm just throwing out random names like
Mhm.
uh middle school Jimmy. I don't know, some like little kid that thinks he's gonna be a pro basketball player, and he's 5'5", and You're giving 5'5" and obese, and he wants to be an NBA player.
Mhm.
Sorry, man. You're reaching that peak of you can't be. You can't be an NBA player anymore, dude. Once you hit you gotta yeah, you just can't. There's
Yeah.
limitations is what I'm saying. That was a weird rant I just went on, but there's limitations.
Yeah, there definitely is, and I think the feeling you get when you watch those videos is, and the message they may be giving you isn't this, but you watch it feeling, wow, he's really giving me the tools to become Brad Pitt or someone like that.
Do you
And then,
look like Brad Pitt, though?
yeah, yeah, and it you kind of go off on this. You get this feeling of inspiration, this dopamine feeling.
Yeah.
But once that goes away, you watch another video, getting the same thing to help it keep you going, and then.
Then that wears off.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone has something they're good at, and everyone has something that they could do to make themselves content and happy.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as there's this expectation of everyone's gotta be, living a life of grandeur, no, 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 it impossible.
Well,
I I mean, it's not impossible, I guess. I shouldn't say that. It just seems unrealistic for everyone to be the top. Because then there wouldn't be a top.
the life of grandeur part, is that something that's another example of people thinking that they're gonna really want that, and no
Yeah.
doubt it's gonna bring some happiness for
Uh-huh.
sure. But is that really something that they know for sure that they will really want, or if that's the life that's right for them? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's kind of.
Yeah. Well, shit, I mean, little Jimmy could lose weight and grow a foot,
Hmm.
and maybe he could be in the NBA. I sound like a pessimist there, but yeah, and the life I mean, anything's possible if you put your mind to it. I'm gonna say that. I think it is. It's just I just worry because I felt some of those same emotions of you feel like a worthless piece of shit if you're not living in this extravagant or you're not doing something extravagant. Like you're not defying the odds and doing some major shit.
Yeah, those videos give you those feelings, don't they?
Oh yeah, Gary V's like if you really wanted money, you'd go flip shit on eBay. Sell on eBay. Sell on eBay. Dude, I tried selling on eBay, man. It's fucking horseshit. You gotta be like, you gotta dedicate so much time. Gary Vee acts like that's just some quick cash. No, it's not. He's acting like people have hours of their day to go drive around and find garage sales and buy shit and then go sell it on eBay. That's if anyone's even gonna buy it. Just because Gary Vee can do it in a 10-minute YouTube video uh, doesn't mean everyone's gonna have time to do that. And he says, "Well, you everyone has time, do it on the weekend." Dude, I tried that flipping stuff. It is so difficult. It's not some easy like there's no excuse to be broke. There's this. It's not easy.
Is wait, flipping on eBay, what is that? Just.
Like for example, going to a garage sale, buying some shoes and
Oh,
then selling them for more than you bought them, so you made a
yeah.
profit. Yeah, flipping. And that's not easy. First of all, you gotta find the garage sales. Or purchase some shit online from China that's cheap and then sell it for more here. You're basically scamming people if I'm being real. You're basically overcharging people for shit. I don't know if I tried it with shoes because I like shoes, but I wasn't passionate about it, and you have to be willing to dedicate a lot of your time to it.
Well, and that's the other piece is finding something that you can do all the time,
Yeah.
because you may think you like something, but if you don't, you may have a slight interest in it, but do you have the interest to do it all the time?
Hmm. Yeah,
And
passion's almost like obsession.
uh,
Like it's all you want to do. I'd say if you're passionate about something, you'll s- you'll get so wrapped up in whatever you're doing that you'll forget to eat almost. Like you're so enthralled with it that it's just you could do it for days. That's what passion is to me, like real passion.
yeah, and the trick is to find that. The I wonder where that really comes in. Just experimenting with different stuff.
Yeah. I'd say yeah, experiment with different stuff. I get that with music actually, to where I'll forget to eat because I'm working on a song, like to where I'm so enthralled. But it's also damaging though, because if it causes a lot of not easy. You eat shit a lot with passion, I think, and you feel bad about yourself a lot because you're so passionate about it. That if you're not meeting your own expectations, you're gonna feel like shit. But it's all about just staying present, I think, and knowing that you're doing what you want to do.
Hmm.
And so what if you're not gonna be? So what if you're not where you want to be yet? Just live it one day at a time.
Right.
Maybe you will get big, maybe you won't. Who knows? Doesn't fucking matter.
Well, that's the mindset I think a lot of people that get caught up in the this internet culture that we've been talking about.
Hmm.
That you got to remain present with it and remember why you started it to begin with.
Hmm. Well, why do we keep saying? I keep realizing. I keep saying life of grandeur, and get big. Get big implies be famous, huh?
Yeah,
That's what we
right.
keep implying. That shows you how much our minds, our generations, with social media is wrapped up in the idea of being a big shot. Because that's all right. Even we're saying that get big, make it. Like what? That just shows you that's what we see.
Do you think that's specific with our culture, or do you think that's just been around with every?
I don't. I think like in the golden age, that's what I was gonna get on was I don't think those people were so they didn't have social media, they didn't have all that. They didn't think they thought the dream life was just to settle down, was
Hmm.
literally to go work at a factory and have a nice house or whatever. Or in the 60s too, around that time, to have that white picket fence and
Yeah.
family, dog and cat and steady 9 to 5. So really every generation has its own idea of passions, I think, and perfect life.
Yeah, that's a great point because that really was the um
Oh yeah, if you were trying to be an actor or musician then, dude, you were viewed as a lunatic. Like
mm,
that wasn't even considered fun. Like you'd be like or if you were trying to be anything other than just settle down with a family, you were considered like, dude, what are you doing? I don't want to do that.
yeah, and
They were
or
in their comfort zones, man.
yeah, that was the passion during that time, wasn't it?
Comfort zone?
Comfort zone.
Uh,
I wonder what changed with that mindset. I think once people started to see that that was kind of a limiting lifestyle to a certain extent.
yeah, I think it comes down to people wanting to prove that they can be great. I think it
Mhm.
comes from a place of look at me nowadays, look at me post on social media, look at me, I'm living the life. I think that's what it comes down to. It's what drives it now. It's getting back at those showing off. A lot of people are still stuck in high school. It's showing off to those people in high school that still have you on social media and showing them that you became something. That's all it is.
Uh, well, yeah, just that. showing off piece too, because it the people that see that, I mean, even that go, wow, damn, they got it pretty damn good.
Yeah,
But you're literally seeing snippets of their life, and it may not even be a huge part of their life too.
yeah,
It's just something they spontaneously decided to do.
yep,
But it then creates the illusion that, yeah, that's the way their life is like.
yeah. I mean, shit, dude. Some people go and rent Lambos just to take a picture with,
That's nuts.
and renting a Lamborghini isn't even that expensive.
Really?
Like, watch. Let me look it up. Lamborghini rent. Lamborghini rental cost 1,500 per day.
Yeah, so that's
I mean that someone that's not even famous could do that if they saved up and just post a picture and people would think they're the shit.
yeah, I mean
Because
it,
Lambos are like $200,000. So
wow. And you can I didn't even know you could really rent a
oh shit.
Lambo.
Yeah, they can be up to 500,000.
What car is $1 million? There's one model that I'm thinking of that's,
Hmm.
there's probably a shitload that are worth a million, but there's one in particular I'm thinking of. It's a sports car, um,
Bugatti.
Bugatti. Yeah, is that?
Bugattis. Yeah, they can be up to like 3.5 million.
Geez,
Wow. Some Lambos too. Jesus. Anyway, yeah, that's what it comes down to.
well, and yeah, and also showing off where people are too. Like if someone's in a different country,
Yeah.
yeah, on a vacay, or that can get like create
You always got to snap that picture, huh?
yeah. Well, you know what's funny about that shit is they lose out on the moment
Yeah.
there too, because they're stopping to take a video or a vlog of their experiences instead of just experiencing it.
Yeah. Let me
'Cause-
snap this picture of the on my plane ticket.
yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, that experience is for you.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you want to spend your time just enjoying it for yourself?
You would think so.
I mean, because like if I'm sitting there watching a video, I'm getting nothing out of that other than, oh, cool, that's probably a place I'd like to go.
Yeah. You see that on your Snapchat too?
Mm-hmm.
People go places. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's that means people are really doing that for other people then,
Yeah.
with other people in mind.
Yeah.
Well, we should take it as a compliment. They care that much about us to post. God. It's more like rubbing in your face though, honestly.
Yeah. Because I mean, I know this is kind of transactional, but we don't get at the end of the day any benefit out of seeing that other than, oh,
I don't get anything except getting spit on in the face, what it feels like.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah. You want to travel, huh? I doubt you'll be posting every. You might post some pictures, but I doubt you'll be posting your plane ticket on Snapchat story,
mm-mm.
especially after this talk.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I think I did that once in middle school or high school. Posted this plane ticket that I was going to. No, I did when we went to Cancun.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, we went to Cancun, and yeah, I posted that picture of that plane ticket.
Well, it's not. It's just the.
I fell into the trap.
Well, it's not even the pictures really. It's the vlog.
Yeah,
type
you're right.
deal.
YouTube shit.
The YouTube, I think that's what I was really talking about was
Yeah.
it's the documenting the whole trip is
Yeah.
is when you really
You're
miss
like,
out.
"Wow." Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, there's a lot of things with social media that
Need correcting?
yeah, yeah, I know that yeah, because eventually it's going to get to a point where it's a lot of people are going to see a lot of stuff like that online, and
Yeah.
it's going to create an expectation of just too much overwhelming grandiose ideas, you know?
Yeah, it's too much. It's absolutely too much. But it ties into passions.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, we're definitely seeing I think we'll definitely see an uptick in unhappiness, man.
Mhm.
Possibly even suicides when people really feel that shitty. Man, I can't
Yeah.
lie, I've gotten even a little depressed over social media. I can't lie.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Well,
But
with
think we're lucky we know how to bounce back from it. Some people are really, really don't have any other influences, so it really screws with them. Imagine that.
yeah, people that really spend all
Don't
their
have any
time.
support, yeah, from their
Mhm.
family or anything. God, man, I don't know. There's gotta be some kind of it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a problem we're gonna have to solve in our lifetime, probably.
Yep.
It's gonna be a problem like climate change. It's kind of been pushed aside and ignored for a while.
Yeah, and you don't really see any aside from that new documentary on Netflix, um,
Yeah.
you don't see a ton of criticism of this stuff coming.
Uh, no.
I wonder why that is. Do people just look at that and go, "Oh, great, there's nothing wrong with that on the surface," type of thing? Or they think it's different factors that are contributing to unhappiness or suicides and stuff of that nature.
Yeah, they always bring up the only thing I've seen is how video games can make you violent or whatever, that kind of shit, and phones will make you depressed. I've seen that, but that's the obvious. And that's just pointing the finger at these things. That's not even there's no evidence of that. They need to be talking about how can we make sure that well, it's already been debunked that video games cause violence. That's bullshit. But the phone thing, and instead of blaming, they should say, "Here's how you can," or "Here's how we should monitor it," or not even that. Here's how you should be able to monitor yourself. It's really, I don't think it's the job of the social media companies to censor shit. I think it's the job of the person viewing to be able to rationalize.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
come on, if you can't rationalize yourself and you're gonna kill yourself over social media, you need to reevaluate your priorities.
Mhm.
So I think it comes down to people need to start talking about how to change your mindset around it instead of just, well, let's just ban it or whatever. Or yeah. Well, the one app I do think should be banned is TikTok. Fuck TikTok, dude. TikTok's so gross, man. TikTok's a bad app. It's turned into exploitation of young girls, and it is a sick app. It's not a good app.
I don't even I haven't been on there since I think last several months. What even goes on on
Yeah,
there?
it's underage women, like even 13, 14-year-old girls, man, like just doing sexual dances on there.
Oh, really?
And that's exploitation of young women, yeah, that's not good, and it's just a shit show. It's a self-conceited app. It's the biggest ego stroking app there is out there for people to post on. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I fell into the trap for a while and was posting on there, but then I deleted it. I realized what it was doing.
What? And this is similar to Vine in a way, right?
Yeah, in a way. It's videos like that, kinda, yeah. Vine was 6-second videos. Uh, TikToks can be up to 60 seconds, I think,
Okay.
but it's an odd place, man. It's a very odd place.
It's weird to really point pinpoint what is the point of that app, really.
Yeah, and this is no insult to the people who have gotten famous off that app, but it takes no talent to well, I shouldn't say that. To do dances on there and learn the different dances that are viral, that takes talent. Dancing takes talent, but just to stand there and do something to show your ass if you're a girl or whatever else if you're a guy, shirt off if you're a guy, whatever. To do that and just stand there and do something dumb, that takes no that's where you're just getting into ego stroking. You're getting 1,000,000 follows just for doing that. That's so like, wow.
And
That
th-
shows you where society's head's at.
and then they get addicted to seeing, yeah, or getting that attention, and they do it over and over and over again.
Yep. I've seen some weird ass videos on there.
Was Vine that way?
No. No, Vine was more funny, man. I liked Vine. They had funny videos on there.
I
TikTok
wonder.
has funny videos too, but I don't know.
I wonder what changed between Vine and TikTok that made it so attention seeking. I bet there was attention seeking on Vine, but to the degree that it is on TikTok, I wonder, is it just because we're in a different place in time? Do you think?
It might be. It's the era of the ego.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Uh,
absolutely.
yeah, and the ego is the number one thing that can really. I mean, on one end, it could really benefit you if you're giving yourself positive energy, but on
Yeah.
the other end, it can be really self defeating
Oh,
if you let
absolutely.
it.
And on the one hand, I worry about younger generations in like elementary school, middle school, growing up with these apps because they're already getting exposed to so much of that doubt and stuff. But looking at that stuff, but on the other hand, it's just like when the TV first came out or the radio. People thought it was gonna rot people's brains or rock and roll music, the devil's music. So, like, really, I don't think like, I think humans always adapt. Like, people will figure out how to live with it. I mean, like, I don't worries too much. I just think it's definitely there's gonna be a lot of unhappiness, but people will evolve past it and get used to it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll most. I think that'll happen eventually
It
too.
has to. It always has. Yeah.
Because the point, all it takes is for everyone to realize that, oh shit, we're really driving ourselves down a hole here before everyone goes, okay, yep, needs to change.
Yeah. But we'll just sound like boomers or Karens if we say, um, TikTok's ruining society. I don't like pointing fingers at anything. It's definitely not ruining society, but what's ruining nothing's ruining society. I just think, like always, there's stuff to be changed.
Mm-hmm.
But TikTok's cool. It's actually really cool for getting exposure, like, it's really easy to get views on there. If you post something, you're bound to get at least 100 plus. So, like, it's got a good algorithm going to and there's some really talented people on there. So, it's cool too. It's not all bad, but I think we've mentioned TikTok in previous episode. It's yeah, probably just mentioned the fact that Trump wanted to ban it.
Which he wasn't successful, really, was
No,
he?
he was not. No.
Yeah, that's yeah, I can't really do that with an executive order, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll come to a time where we figure it out.
Most certainly. I think so too. Um,
I don't think it'll be as doomsday-ish as that documentary is making it out to be.
oh, the social dilemma.
Social Dilemma.
That guy um actually went on the Joe Rogan podcast, that redheaded guy.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
Did you?
Yeah,
I need to watch it.
he what was he part of? He was did he work for Twitter or
I
Instagram?
think he worked for Instagram,
Okay.
I believe. That was a good documentary
Mhm.
for sure. For sure, for sure. Um we've said this before. I didn't like the acting part of it. Like they should have just gave us the facts.
Yeah.
I didn't like that weird like these dudes controlling your mind type like those two or like the three actually like there was the guys controlling you or whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
What
And, and like the acting in it.
exactly. And it kind of ended up strawmanning their argument a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Like making it more than what it was
Yeah.
to a certain extent. Like there's these evil
Yeah, they showed that kid like going getting radicalized.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well, a lot of the developers even said in the film, initially it was they were trying to do stuff that would create more positivity and connection. Uh, and then they transitioned over to those three dudes behind that hologram, just like, oh,
That was
that's,
odd.
yeah,
I don't think that worked.
no,
That at least for me it didn't work.
no, it didn't
Yeah.
for me either.
We know there's not dudes behind like dudes like that controlling what we see.
Mm,
It's not people doing it. It's literally AI basically. It's the system algorithm. It's not like people people watching you and saying, "Let's throw this picture at him because we know he's sad right now." Like no, they couldn't keep track of 7 billion people.
mm-hmm.
So they kind of messed up with that, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It confused the hell out of my grandpa. I know that.
Did it? Yeah,
Yeah, he
because
was like,
he's
"Well, I don't understand. Are there really people doing that?" I'm like, "No, there's not people throwing images at you, through watching you eat dinner and then throwing a picture at you through your phone.
well,
Nope.
he probably doesn't get on social media really at all, does he?
He's pretty active on Twitter and he likes scrolling through Twitter.
Oh, really?
He does. Yeah, he
Okay.
likes Twitter. He likes Twitter and Facebook. So
So
he doesn't
he
post much. He just kind of scrolls.
sees the news and everything.
Yeah, it's funny how older folks bash on social media for like a lot, but then are the ones that use it the most. Like my grandparents do get on quite a bit more than me when I'm over there sometimes.
Oh, really?
Well, no, I don't know. They definitely are on their phones, and I'm like, well, you guys telling me I'm on it a lot. Yeah, man, it's funny how older generations adapt. We're gonna have to adapt to the newer technology when we're older too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it's kind of funny. You take for granted your kind of being in the loop type thing. So weird that generation gap. We're all humans, but we all like are just on different playing fields.
Mhm.
So strange to me. It's always like that when you're an older person, you're like, those damn kids.
Well, you really gotta, like, wonder what, our
What we're
what
gonna be
tech
dealing with.
yeah, what technology we'll be dealing with, if that's what
God,
we're gonna be dealing with.
probably robots, man.
Mm.
Like probably fucking robots, and we're gonna be like, oh God, I'm ready to die. No, it'd probably be cool though, like to see. I mean, shit, it would be cool to see. And flying cars, probably. Well, I
But
don't know, man. I don't know.
well, I know Elon Musk talks a lot about AI, how there's
He
going to be
does. Yep.
chips or something like that that'll be implanted somehow
In
in our
brains?
body. Yeah,
Oh no, I don't like that.
yeah, that was from when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. That was his main fear with AI, is that we wouldn't be able to control it at all.
Ew.
Hmm.
Oof.
Which, if that's, I mean, that's just coming from him, but like, he's a pretty smart dude.
Yeah, he's very smart.
Like, like if he's worried about it.
Dude, he's kind of a savage too
Hmm.
on Twitter. When people attack him, he'll come for your head.
Really?
Yeah, he'll fire back. Yeah. He's a witty guy. But damn man. Anything else you got?
No, man. I think.
A solid episode, man. I think shooting for about around the hour mark's been treating us well, so
We're usually able to get quite a bit out within an hour.
yeah. Pull that quote up, baby.
Alrighty.
Unless you got anything to add.
Nope. I think I said pretty much.
You exhausted your mind?
I exhausted my mind.
Hell yeah. What we do on the Kitchen Talks podcast.
Oh,
We
I think
exhaust minds.
I think I found a good one.
Good.
It's kind of relates to what we were talking about. I think. Imagine you were now dead or had not lived before this moment. Now view the rest of your life as a bonus and live it as nature directs.
Ooh. Wow.
That's a good one. No,
That's a really good one.
I'm gonna have to bookmark that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. You just flip to it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's eerily coincidental right there.
Yeah.
Um, so basically go with the flow
Mm-hmm.
and act like this is just a bonus time. You
Yeah.
already died, but you're getting extra. Ooh, that's a good way to look at life. If you act like this is like you're getting a second chance type thing, like this is like your ninth life kind of thing. Like you're a cat and this is your final life, and you just you're getting this is a bonus. So you take more risks. I think if you look at it that way too. If you're
Yeah.
not so uptight about it, I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna highlight that one. Screw it. That's a
Imagine that though, if we had already died and this was just like God or whatever was like, or not even God, just whatever nature was like. This was like, hey, you get whatever 100 more years. There you go, and you're just okay. 100 more years. Final
Mhm.
one. This is the final hurrah. That'd be crazy. That's a good
Yeah.
quote, man. It's a good quote. We'll leave it at that. Live your life. Chase your passions. Listen to Kitchen Talks. We will keep rising and growing. Someday we'll be reaching a large audience, man.
For sure.
It'll be cool to see. We're hitting the hour and 5 minute mark. This was Kitchen Talks, episode 7. I'm Nathan.
And I'm P.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.